Brown 45! Brown 45! Hot, 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 hot!
Welcome back to Ball and Chain. It's week 9. We're going to be joined with just a lazy Susan, a rotation of guests here. Our first guest and co-host is the owner of Kirkland Signature, Matthew Fannin. Matt, how are you doing?
Happy to be back. Maybe I'm not happy to be back. You roasted me the last time I was here.
That did not go, you absolutely deserved it, is what I'm trying to get across here. But first up, Matt, I hear that you've brought some headlines for me. Is that true?
I do. The headlines is my favorite. The headlines is my favorite segment you guys do, and I'm happy to be a part. Can I hit it? Can I hit you with the intro?
I'd love to hear it.
When I open up my Wednesday morning newspaper, what do I see on the top? Minnesota in the morning. Kirk Cousins goes down with an Achilles tear. The same fate Aaron Rodgers had. He was the captain and obviously the name of my team. I'm a true class act.
Change?
I did change my name to be Kirkland Signature for Kirk Cousins. Love the man. He's just such a class act. He was seen before getting carted off, cheering for his teammates as they were up 14-0 against the Packers. And what do you hear from Kirk? 24 hours later, after tearing his Achilles, he's at the Vikings kids' Halloween party.
Oh my God!
Signing autographs.
Okay.
That is somebody you want on your team, and it is heartbreaking what happened to him. And I know he's been in contact with Aaron Rodgers, so he will be back better than ever.
He'll be back 2 weeks from now, the way that Aaron Rodgers is doing stuff. So you're going to keep the name out of solidarity?
I am. Yes.
That's good to hear. But it's nice that you've got some other bright spots on your roster. Because my headline is Gibbs outgains St. Brown on the ground.
62! There you are! Number 62 is headed for the end zone. He's at the 40, the 30.
Oh my God. Came down to a Monday night matchup. Two heavy hitters. Amon-Ra comes out first. He swings first. He punches back. The game is close. But Jahmyr Gibbs turns on the Jahmyr Jets and just blasts you into the wind. You came in down 6 and you left up 8. Had to feel good.
I believe this was a first-round pick. He may have been a second-round pick. He's been a bum this year, but I am happy to announce CDs, TDs, a pair of touchdowns coming from CeeDee Lamb.
His pair.
Bringing his total up to 3.
3 for the year.
41 points and a monster showing for the Tinglers. And it's not enough. The Waddle House was too good this week.
Too good. And
on his wedding day, to say the least.
My headline, winless wedding. A perfect day for Mr. Rona.
What about a wedding with no rings?
Wedding with no rings. Maybe betrothed and beaten, perhaps. Ridiculous. A perfect day gone awry by the Waddle House. Man.
Brian, we have breaking trade news.
Breaking trade news?
The Swifties and Kirkland Signature, another trade.
Another trade?
What? You what?
Tagovailoa for Hollywood Brown. Kirk Cousins has been replaced. Some say Kirkland Signature way overpaid, and some are right. Some say it was desperation. Some say it was absolute desperation after their leader and the heart of the teams goes down, that's an emotional move. That's an emotional move from the manager at Kirkland Signature.
You had Jordan Love.
He's a bum. I don't like Jordan Love. Every time I played him, he's been an absolute bum.
Right as Kyler Murray's about to come back.
Watch out for the Swifties.
Oh my God, you're tearing your team apart.
What was I supposed to do? I didn't have a quarterback.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, back to the headlines, I suppose. Great breaking news in the middle of the page there. Next up, guess what? We've got a cross-continental clash. Ends in upset. You all know what I'm talking about. LA Ligma FC versus the Florida Man, the red-hot Florida Man. He absolutely puts a halt to the Florida heat wave all the way from over there in Los Angeles. John loses. He had a 3-game winning streak, beaten by his very own Lions on Monday night. They gave him he only needed 1 point to beat him. Logan said to me at the wedding, he said, listen, I'm so good as long as Gus Edwards doesn't go out and score 3 touchdowns. Well, he didn't. He damn near tried to come back, but the Lions were just enough to get him over.
Brian, I have one final headline for you.
One final headline.
The dogs down DJ. DJ Moore and those MIC child killers go down to Devontae. Keyword Devontae's dogs. Hey, guess who actually showed up? Devontae did. Devontae dead. Devontae dead. Devontae dead. What's it, DJ Moore?
People thought he was a bum. They said he's the number 2.
Hey, you know what? You thought he was a bum. You were trying to trade him for a sack of potatoes, and you dang well know it.
Well, you should have bought low. You should have bought low on Devontae Smith because he's back. I'm taking over the headline. The Cowboys got 16. Eckler is back with 23.3. Devontae's back. And you know how many points DJ Moore got.
9
points. Los Angeles Chargers, 9.5.
4 catches, 55 yards. DJ Moore is he's about where DJ Moore usually is. He's really back. Jake Moody, the GOAT kicker, was dropped.
Dropped today. The Chalk Killers are in shambles.
Great win, beating probably the cockiest manager this year, the villain of the league, the commissioner. The second Jimmy gets a win, he starts running his mouth, and you really put it to him, putting 146 on the dome.
You got to put him back. Absolutely. Moving into the second segment here, the owner of Chief Padawana, perhaps the chief himself, joins me. Caden, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Bit of a tough season for you so far. Would I be right in assuming that?
Yeah. It's been a little rough. We have some tough hills to overcome and tackle, but we're gonna get through.
What are you gonna do? Maybe things will turn around. Caden has joined me today to we have a very special segment. Caden, you're a gamer, right?
You could say that. Yeah.
You could say that. One could say. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be giving all of the fantasy teams Madden ratings. Usually Madden does offense, defense, and overall. For our purposes, we're going to be giving a running back rating, a wide receiver rating, an other, which is quarterback, tight end, defense, kicker, the whole other shebang, and we're going to give an overall. Caden, do you want to start us off?
Florida Man, first up.
None other than
John Russell himself. We're going to start with his running back rating. I got it at a 95.
Oh, 95. Damn.
Secondly, I got his wide receivers. And they're looking at a 94, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Cooper Kupp and Adam Thielen and Jordan Addison. I mean,
what
he said, it's the elite trio. CJ Stroud and Russell Wilson, I got them at an 85 together. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. And his overall rating for his whole team is going to be at 88.
And 88 pretty strong. Man, I think that's fair. Yeah. I think that's fair for where he's at right now. You know what? I'm going to start us off with the Goobers. I'm going to give his running backs an 83 overall for this year.
Wow.
I don't like it. Next up, these wide receivers. What are you going to say about Stephon Puka Lockett had a great game at Amon Ra. He's coming in at a 96 for the wide receivers. And everybody else on the team, Burrow, Mark Andrews is a great piece, and the Browns D really bring it together. I think 92 for everybody else, which leaves the Goobers at a 90 overall rating. I think he's got a really great club.
Gotta take my glasses off for this next one.
Things are getting
Look at the
serious.
Silly Willys here. Oh, yeah.
It's too bright. Too bright.
Their wide
Ridiculous.
receiver trio
Uh-huh.
is going to look at a 99.
99, the coveted 99 overall.
But his running backs right now are going to bring him down a little bit. I got him at a 78.
78 with injuries coming in there.
You know, David Montgomery isn't going to, like, save his whole running back situation, but yeah, 78. And then his QB and other things are going to be looking at a 90. So, you know, very strong. Overall score is going to be a 97.
His overall is a 97.
Yeah. I can't put him in the
Dang,
99
running back
club
score?
just because of the running backs, honestly.
Next up, we got the man himself. We got the Teton Tinglers. His running backs, both drafted first round and I think, I don't know, third or fourth round, not showing out. Bijan and Ramondre getting 82 from me. And Brian Robinson, forget about him. The wide receivers, though, pretty good. CD had a great game. Pittman, Nico, and Calvin Ridley are all pretty solid. He's going to get a 90 on the wide receivers. Everybody else, who is his quarterback? He doesn't have a quarterback on his team right now. Deshaun sucks, and Justin Fields sucks. He's got Gardner Minshew. What is that about? And he's got Justin Tucker. That's about his only saving point, but he's getting a 79 from me for everybody else, bringing his overall to an 83. Not great for the Tinglers.
Ooh. I got the MIC Child Killers. Which,
Very rough. Very rough.
kind of an offensive name, but I'm going to let that slide. Rating for the running backs is 93. So,
92.
yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, 93.
Yeah.
I might go even higher. Yeah. He has not been Saquon, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Wide receivers are going to be juicy. What do you got?
Yeah. I got him at an 83. Honestly. T. Higgins is a huge disappointment.
Sucks.
And, you know, DJ Moore, he had one good game, but, you know, the rest have just been...
Love to see it.
The rest of his team, I'm looking at a 86, only because of Sam Laporta. He kind of carries the rest of his team. So overall, he's looking at a 78 because, you know...
78 overall, even with his running backs.
Yeah, and that's kind of being generous because...
Man, I suppose that manager included, isn't it? It's the Chief. It's you. Guess what?
Ooh,
Your running backs, Josh Brees is breaking out. Pacheco had a bad game,
Oh.
but he's still nice. Your running backs are a 90 overall. I really like that.
Okay.
And then you want to talk about disappointing? Devontae Adams being disappointing. Amari Cooper, you thought he was going to be great. Not that great.
Yeah.
You're going to have an 85 overall in the wide receivers. And then everybody else is pretty decent. You got Chiefs D, you got Trevor, you got Harrison Butker, who's just a free, just 8 points a week. So they're going to get you about 86, and then your final rating. You know, despite your record, I think you're an 87.
Ooh, okay. You know, I like that. That's respectable. We got the LA Ligma. Their running backs right now are looking at 85. Jalen Hurts kind of carries the rest of his team, like, other than the wide receivers and the running backs. Actually, he's kind of the best part of his whole team right now.
He is.
Solid 82. But,
Even with Hurts and Hawk?
yeah, but just, those are really the only two. Wide receivers, they're really bad. Not too hot. Looking at a 79.
79. I agree with it, though.
His whole overall, considering injuries and considering how his team is right now, and considering his record and considering all the variables, he's looking at a 79. So above Jimmy by 1. Above Jimmy by 1, but he's still, you know, not looking too hot.
Next up, I got the Waddle House. Waddle House, you know, very beloved on this show. We think he's got a great team. 84. I'm thinking 84 for his running backs. Now, the
Agreed.
wide receivers is really where it comes in here. You know, 93. We're looking at 93 there. Everybody else, pretty good. Herbert is great. He has no tight end, though. Jags D, and obviously Young Hoku is him. So 84. We're looking at 84 for everybody else. And that brings his overall to a shocking 88 overall.
Ooh, wow. Okay. I got the Swifties, Kyle Whittingham. So
Those
I'm gonna
two
give his
companies.
running backs a 85 overall in total. Yeah,
Okay.
pretty good. His wide
Nice.
receivers, they're just mid. So
Yep.
his wide receivers are looking at 81, which is actually kind of good. But QB and tight
Dude.
end,
That's kind of his team right there.
I'm gonna give his other team a 98.
98
is-
for the other guys. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. What are you gonna do? That's kind of it.
Only not a 99 because of his defensive kicker, and he's missing a
Let's go.
bench slot, which is kind of
Just poor
strange.
management, if you ask me. Missing a bench slot, stick him
Yeah.
in there.
So his overall rating, it's gonna be less than his RB and wide receiver and miscellaneous rating. It's gonna be at 80. Just
80?
because,
Yeah,
because I know that the math doesn't really add up there, but if you look at his whole team,
It's really
just at
feeling
80,
that.
it just makes sense.
Next
Yeah.
up, for me, I got a strange team to think about. It's Kirkland's signature, 6-2, but running backs. I mean, Derek's good. Jameer's obviously he could be nice. He's been fantastic, but he doesn't have the clout built up yet to get a nice high overall rating. And Najee just sucks ass. He's got to get off the team. You got to do something about that. His wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, and Hollywood Brown, good. They're all serviceable. 84. And the other guys, there's nobody to love here with those other guys. No one to love. Steelers, I don't like it. Jordan Love and Dalton Schultz, I just don't like it. They get 80 overall, and his whole overall score is going to be an 84. 84.
Next up, we got you. The Devontae's Dogs.
I'd love to hear it.
Firstly, your wide receivers. Hold on, a 95. We got a 95 rating.
Respect to Keenan Allen and Brandon.
Your RBs, we got a 95. Honestly,
95. Ooh! People are going to think we're
Can't-
colluding here.
yeah, can't argue about it. I mean, Austin Eckler and Kenneth Walker. But yeah, overall for your extras, it's gonna be at 85. Honestly, just because the running backs, the quarterbacks are mid. I mean, your overall is gonna be a 95. Just
Look
I
at
mean-
that. I did not talk to him beforehand. That's an honest review. Honest
It is
review.
honest
I know there's some relation here, but it's his honest opinion.
top 3, top 2, probably.
Yep.
Yeah,
Love it.
you can't. He's got the ring.
is
He's
that
got the
upside down?
experience.
Oh my god.
You just can't argue it.
There it is. Oh my god. Is that all we got today?
That's all I got. Yep.
I think it is. Next, we're going to be looking to another guy in the league who you've seen previously. Whoa! Look who's back! It's Matt Fan of the Kirkland Signature. Guess what?
Hey, guys.
He's doing a third segment. Can you believe it? We're doing something kind of special this week. Matt, there's a lot of bums out here in the league. You know what they need? I think they need a good timeout. So we're going to call it the timeout corner. People that need to be either benched or traded, they need to be put in timeout. Matt, who's been your first naughty boy?
Brian, this young man, I don't even really need to mention him, but he's been naughty for 2 years coming up now.
Say it ain't so.
Mr. Gabe Davis, he just needs to, honestly, I think he needs to just be cut. He needs to be on the waiver wire. I swear to God, his Skyrim illusion skills, level 100, legendary, he casts
Legendary.
some sort of paralysis spell, and then makes you lucid dream that he's that guy.
He's that guy. He's not. Next, I'm next. You know who I got that seems to just keep playing? Keeps getting rep? Tajay Spears. Why is Tajay Spears still playing for the Child Killers? At this junction, he's made no attempt to switch him out. He scored over 9 points one time. That's it. It's past the trade deadline. Derrick Henry's staying. Get him off your damn team. He's done.
I'm glad you said that. I wanted to say that. Brian, I'm going to pick on a manager that we don't pick on, and I'm going to hit him with 2 players that need to be in timeout.
Who is it?
I'm talking about LeBron's third leg I am literally talking about Chris Olave needs to be in real life timeout. He committed a crime.
He did. He committed a crime. He did. He did.
And then he followed that up by not posting 10 points this week. And Brian, I'm gonna piggyback off that and go to Christian Watson. He's just not good this year. I think he's played in. Let me check right here. I'm better at pulling this up on my phone. He's played in 5 games this year out of 8. He had 1 bye, so he missed 2 games. But in 1 game, he put up an absolute goose egg. He's barely hit 10. He can give you a consistent about 6 points. I see why Brett keeps playing him, because at some point he's like, oh, such a big play guy. But no, he's not. He just stinks right now.
Damn. Interesting call out there. I'm going to give you someone else who stinks. It stinks this year. Devontae Adams. What the hell's going on with him?
He's on my list.
Oh my God, we're thinking the exact same. He's too unreliable to be a wide receiver 1, especially for a team that's 2-6. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing over there? And last but certainly least is a guy that you have on your team, and I believe is playing right now.
Let me guess. Najee Harris.
It's Najee Harris. He's just not a starting caliber running back. You have to get him out of there. You got to put Derrick Henry up there, and you got to play. Well, I was gonna say Marquise Brown, but he's gone now. I don't know now you may need to play him. I don't know where you're at. I mean, he's got 15.8 and then 10.5. Those are his best scores. That's recently.
I really like the potential that he has. I really like the way that he runs the football.
You what?
I think this Pittsburgh offense is getting better as the season's going. And with Kenny Pickett and his weapons coming back, he's finally getting a connection with George Pickens. I think that'll open up the running game. I'm high on Najee personally.
Are you saying this to me? Because certainly you can't be talking all this gibberish to me. That's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous. He's been ready to break out for about 3 years now, and he hasn't. Boom! We're back with another segment. This time, we've got the one and only Jonathan Rossio, the Florida man. John, how are we doing?
We're doing good. Believe it or not, it's actually starting to cool down here in Florida. You know, a nice crisp 72 degrees today instead of the normal 110. So things are improving in the land of sweat and gators.
We talked about that earlier, how your winning streak has been cooled off as well by the Ligma FC.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, that I just happened to play the Ligma FC when he puts up his highest point total of the season. And it's just such a shame because not only did I have some really great performances from my running backs, one of which, not to toot my own horn, but Gus Edwards, great waiver wire pickup, dropped almost 30 points.
Great pickup.
Kamara put up I think 27, but to have your stars, to have Cup just basically lay an egg, kills you. 6 points. And, San Francisco's defense gave me 1 egg. That's unfortunate. I put my players in the best position I can to win every week, but, not my fault if they play like some punk-ass bitches.
Wow, look at that. Florida man calling his players out. Well, John, you're going to get another chance this week because you're the game of the week against the Silly Willys. A chance to redeem yourself, a chance to make everybody think, oh, damn, the Florida man is the real deal. Who knows if he is or not. John, do you want to tell me maybe what your keys to the game are going to be?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, you put it pretty well. I really, took an L that I didn't expect to take, and then no breaks here. I got to go right into playing just the absolute titan that is the Silly Willys. Everybody in this league is shaking in their boots every time they have to match up against. So, I think it'll be a good matchup. It should be. One is going to be star players performing like star players. I can't have Cooper Kupp go out and drop 6 points again. That's just not going to do it. And then I feel like I've said this before for matchups, but in this year especially, injuries are going to come into this a ton. Just recently today, I'm seeing Gus Edwards listed as questionable with no injury description. I know it's killing me. Kyron Williams is out now, IR, probably not going to be back till week 12. And now, for all I know, it could be he got
a case of the sniffles, and he'll be all right.
OBJ,
But then
ACL.
on the other side of the aisle, the Silly Willys, both their running backs are questionable as well. So injury status and I think stars performing as they are supposed to are going to be a couple keys to this matchup.
Let's be honest. The Silly Willys they could play no running backs at all and still have a chance at winning. Like, for him, the key is going to be that two-headed monster, Tyreek and A.J. Brown. But this week, Tyreek plays Kansas City. Familiar with him. A.J. Brown plays Dallas. Great defense, as many have said. And you, John, you're absolutely right. I was going to say Gus has to keep it up, but, man, right when you think you might find a guy off the waivers, he eats a bad piece of sushi and gets a tummy ache. He can't play through. It's tough. And then Kareem, dude, you need Kareem to get about a 40 bomb at Chicago. He's gotta just go nuclear. My final score that I'm predicting, I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair, as it needs to be for both of you. I've got 134 to 125. Florida man. I think.
Wow. Wow. We've got a Florida man homer here. Oh my goodness. I love the glazing. I appreciate it.
Listen, you beat me. I saw you firsthand. I was like, damn, these boys can play. I just think you're going to steal one from the Silly Willys.
Oh man. Well, I appreciate it. Let's see here. I'm a little biased in this matchup. I am also going to take myself to get the W. But I don't think it'll be as high scoring. I think maybe some limited. These injuries are going to limit some of these higher snap count players. I think I could squeak it out maybe 122 to 117.
122 to 117. That's a bit of that sounds fairly high scoring, especially for a team like the Child Killers. I mean,
just not for the Silly Willys. For the Silly Willys, that's a low.
I don't know. They might go out and drop 170 on you. Light day. I want to welcome all the managers back. As we do every episode, we got a bonus segment. Hey, get excited for the bonus segment. Look at that. Fantastic. All right. You people are familiar with fantasy football, right?
Yes.
No.
I mean, no.
Fantastic. All right. What we're going to do is each of you is going to be given $100. You got that? That's your spending money. Got that?
Ryan, have you seen $100 before?
Never in my life, and certainly not recently. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be drafting players, and each of you are going to be bidding on them. I'm going to present a player, and it's going to go around, and you guys are going to bid on them. One of two things can happen. When you bid on a player, you can buy them. So that means you can either put them on your team or you can put them on someone else's team. How interesting. Now, in the effort to conserve time, we're only going to do quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. Just the four. We're going to be building a team. We're going to go down by position. We're going to start at the quarterback position. The first guy up is Justin Herbert.
$5.
$10.
$17.
$15.
$20.
21.
One, going once. Going twice. Sold to the Florida man. Florida man, I assume you want to keep old Justin Herbert?
Yes, I would like to keep him.
Great pickup. Our next quarterback, guess what, is Sam Howell. Next quarterback up is Sam Howell. I'd like to remind everybody, if you buy him, you can put him on another team. Now, again, something I didn't explain later, there are 3 quarterbacks on the list. Whoever is last and whoever doesn't have a quarterback, you just get him for free. It
seems like a broken system. That's a broken
bidding
system.
on him. Knowing that, you got Sam Howell. He's on the chopping block.
20.
20 for the Kirkland signature.
21.
21. We're going up to 21. What else we got here?
22.
22.
23.
Going once. 23.
24.
There it is.
24.
24. Going once.
25.
25.
26. 26.
26.
For
Going
Sam
once.
Howell.
Going twice. Sold. 26 to Kirkland signature.
He is going on Caden's team.
Boom. He's
I knew
going
that.
on to Caden's team. For 26. Not horrible, man. That leaves you with $74. And guess what? Your quarterback coming up here, the last guy on the list who falls into your lap is Lamar Jackson. Great pickup there. Great pickup there. We're going to the running backs. First guy up on the chopping block. Everybody's healthy. We got David Montgomery. Give him David Montgomery.
$23.
We got $3.
$20?
We're going
22.
$22. There it is. $22. There it is. Going
25.
once. 25 from Caden. We're going up all the way up to 25. 26. We're getting 26. Here it is. Oh my goodness.
27.
We're going 27. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the Chief himself. Next guy up. Oh, Caden's disappeared. Next guy up. Christian McCaffrey. Shall I start the bidding at $10?
I don't want to start. Not you first.
Somebody's gonna start.
$30.
$30 from the Florida man.
$40.
41.
51.
55.
55. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Sold.
No.
Sold.
Too late there. Didn't sneak it in fast.
The greatest latency issue of all time.
Latency
Oh.
issue. That means, once again, the third halfback is going to Matt, and it's Najee Harris.
Oh, that's rough.
That's fitting.
All
He's a
right.
bum.
Next up, we got wide receivers. Starting at the beginning. John, you only got $22 left. We got Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen on the chopping block. Can I start the bidding at $1?
$10.
$10 from the young manager.
15.
20.
22.
23.
23.
Damn it.
John's out. Going
24.
twice. 24. I got 24. Well, I don't know what that is.
That's a
26.
25, I think.
25 was reversed.
26.
26.
30.
Going once.
Can I take
31.
out? Can I take out a
31.
loan?
This one's going forever. 31 going once. Going twice. Sold to the young manager.
31.
How do you like that? 31.
Wait, what? When did you say 31?
A latency issue yet again. Screws over. The
Damn,
man.
Matt, you got that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
You do. Next up, Gabe Davis on the chopping block. Gabe Davis on the chopping block. Can I start the bidding at $1? 5 from the Florida man.
$5.
5 from the Florida man.
$23.
$23. Immediately
You
locked.
can bid 23 for Gabe Davis, you
23.
loser.
Going once. Going twice. Sold to Kirkland.
John, you are one fortunate man. I bought you Gabe Davis.
Oh, look at that.
Is that a wide receiver one Gabe Davis?
It is. I believe it is.
Yep. It's fine. CMC will pick up the slack there.
Down there at the end. A.J. Brown. It's A.J. Brown.
Wait, I thought we were getting two receivers.
No, just one.
No, just the one.
Oh,
Matt,
a
this
tight end.
segment-
A tight end. A tight end.
Tight end. Up first, we got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts. Can I start the bidding at $1? No.
$2.
Maybe I can. $10, says Caden.
No, $2.
$10.
$2.
$2. Never mind. $2. Going once. Going twice. Sold.
All right, I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to give that to John.
What the fuck?
Oh, we're giving it to John.
Gotta give
So-
Matt some of these
For
bums, dude.
$2. $2 is an absolute steal. What are you guys doing? The next guy up is TJ Hawkinson.
51.
51, and it goes to Kirkland's signature. Do you want to keep it?
I do. I want TJ Hawk.
Fantastic. That means Caden gets Luke Musgrave on his team. Look at that. All right, what an exciting bonus segment. I want to thank you all for joining us today. Another fantastic week. And special shout out to my co-host, Cooper Rona, for getting not this kind of ring, but a different kind of ring this weekend. Hats off to him. Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Love it. All right. See you next week.